one.
Good Monday morning on Tuesday morning because of the long weekend. Hope everybody had a great Memorial Day. DocuSign, a bunch of you signed up for DocuSign. I think we had close to 30 agents sign up for DocuSign. We'll be getting that information to them today. And by late this week, and it will be late this week, you'll get information from Rowena as to what your login is, blah, 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 to get you started and where you can get some training to get started. They have webinars, I think, every day you can actually click onto. And again, that's for the electronic document signatures. For those folks here in Eugene who have not really seen that work, we've got Dave Pouch, as I mentioned last week, an agent in Albany who uses it quite heavily. Dave's going to be down here on the 14th, so a couple weeks from today, doing a class on that. For those of you that didn't sign up for DocuSign, I've actually arranged for kind of an open enrollment month in June. So if you sign up in June, you'll still get 12 months, and everybody else is getting 13 months because our year is really going to start July 1st officially as far as the payment part. So your subscription will go June through June 30th of next year. The last thing, kind of related to DocuSign, there's been some confusion about this. Zip Forms has our 3 in-company forms that they're formatting that we thought would be formatted weeks ago. Apparently they had a Russia plate of businesses doing those across the country. Zip Forms is a national company, so it's taking them longer to get those proofed and reformatted for us, so I'll keep you posted on those. Again, those are the 3 forms, the information about real estate, blah, 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 that the office requires. So those will be part of Zip Forms. They'll also work with DocuSign as all the other Zip Forms do. So, today at 10 o'clock, coming up real quickly here, Terry Cummings in Eugene is giving a class on how to submit HUD offers online. I know some folks have had interest in that, so drop by the coaching center here in Eugene for doing that. I believe Terry's done that up in Albany and Corvallis, and we want to thank Terry. Terry has the HUD contracts for the HUD repos and does a great job in our office keeping people updated on that. So thank you, Terry. We appreciate your outreach on that. Corvallis, your stats starting next week, the stats that you click on. I hope everybody is clicking on the stats for all 3 of our market areas. But for Corvallis, you'll have some different category stats starting next week based on your feedback. Heather and I are going to work together to get those stats updated with a little more variety in the stats that you wanted, because the market in Corvallis is a little bit different than it is in our other 2 markets. June 23rd, mark your calendar for this. You're going to be getting an email, a bunch of emails, I'm sure, from the office on this. This is for the Eugene agents, and Albany and Corvallis are always invited, although we're having a separate event up in Albany and Corvallis. For our summer event this year, Patty has gotten creative, and we are going out to, help me, Patty, Warring Rapids Pizza and Golf Camp Putt. So we're going to have a family pizza night. We usually do that every year. This year we're going to have it out on June 23rd. We've got that whole building to the front. It'll just be for us. So we're going to have pizza and drinks and unlimited golf on their 18-hole golf course to the front there. So Patty has looked it up in the Farmer's Almanac. It does not rain on June 23rd. So for 5 years, she gives a clarify. I don't know about a tornado, but there hasn't been any rain. So June 23rd, 6 to 9, mark that on your calendar. Bring your kids, your grandkids, anyone you want. And again, we'd love to have everybody from all our offices there. We're going to be having, as we do every year up, Jerry and Frank Cuomo are going to be hosting their summer party. The date has not been announced, so I think Jerry's getting everything spiffed up for us, so that'll be coming up. Business tip. I spent quite a bit of time in the last couple weeks doing some brown bag brainstorming sessions and also meeting with individual agents. And one of the things I was surprised, we've got a lot of agents that actually go out and door knock or mail around new listings, whether it's a new listing they're going to do an open house on or whatever. Maybe it's a neighborhood you live in. Maybe it's in a neighborhood that you kind of quasi do a canvassing in or farming. One thing I would encourage, don't wait in those areas. If, for instance, your own neighborhood that you live in or a condo development that you kind of keep people up to date on, don't wait for you personally to have a listing or a pending sale to update neighbors on what's going on. As soon as a new listing comes up on that area, even if it's not from you, even if it's from a different company, you can go out and door knock that area, mail them information that said there's been a new listing in your neighborhood. Of course, you're not going to misrepresent that it's your listing, but when people see new listings come up in their neighborhood, they want to know what's it sell for, because of course theirs is nicer and theirs would sell for more, blah, blah, blah. So take that opportunity to get in front of people when new listings come up, or equally important as new pendings, as things become pendings. If you're going to be the expert in your market area, don't just be the expert when you have a listing, but anytime there's listing activity, you can be in front of them with your name, your face, and the information simply out of the MLS on that listing or the pending. So I would encourage you to do that if you're working in a market area. Couple birthdays this week. Kim Swenson is having her birthday today. Happy birthday, Kim. And Todd Zimmerman over at Precision Funding is a year older on Saturday. Happy birthday, Mr. Z. Anniversaries, Bren and Lauren Walmsley at Precision Funding. I believe it's tomorrow. They will have been here 4 years, so we're glad you're here, Bren and Lauren. Do a great job over at Precision Funding. And Sherry Smith, 6 years. Coming up the end of this week. It seems like just yesterday, Sherry. It's been 6 years already. Here's the talking point of the week, and this goes in conjunction with what I was just talking about with working a neighborhood, marketing, calling your sphere, or whatever. Do not fear mistakes. There are none. Boy, my handwriting sucks, in case you haven't picked that up. Do not fear mistakes. There are none. I've had a lot of agents say, well, I'm getting my listing presentation ready, or I'm not ready to call FSBOs, or I'm not ready. Just get on the phone and do it. You're never going to be perfectly ready. Do not fear mistakes. There are none. There's the quote of the week. I hope everybody has a super week. I'll talk to you soon.